I'll never understand some of these teen romances because they feel so misplaced in so many different ways. I mean, I don't know. An example of that would be probably The End of the World. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another edition of J Blakeson Nation, where we give excellent assessment and reviews. And in this video, we're going to be reviewing The Fifth Wave. Now, The Fifth Wave is a 2016 sci-fi thriller directed by J Blakeson, based on a novel of the same name written by Rick Yancey. The film follows this teenager named Cassie who attempts to overcome all odds to reunite with her younger brother Sammy during this alien invasion. And I have to say that this film was kind of a mixed bag for me. Sure, it has a great premise, but some of the execution is a bit downplayed. I have to give it to Chloe Grace Moretz. She does a fantastic job. I love her character Cassie. She was likable, she was relatable, and I enjoyed seeing her struggles as she's trying to find her younger brother. Also, another character that I thought was pretty memorable is Ringer. And because she was such a badass, she was smart aleck, she was tough, she was really cool. I really liked her, but I could not help but notice she kind of reminded me of Joanna from the Hunger Games. Most of the other performances are pretty good, but none of the characters are that memorable. The story does feature a pretty interesting premise. It is a unique take on the alien invasion genre, and the way it's executed is pretty cool, especially with the different various waves and how they actually attack humanity. So it's like watching several disaster movies in one. There are some pretty intense moments in this movie. You don't know if the protagonists are going to survive, and the way that it's shot is pretty cool. It's very intense. There are some pretty interesting twists in the film that keep the overall story engaging, but the film is definitely not without its faults. For one thing, there are so many predictable moments, whether these two people are going to meet up or the reaction that these two are going to have, or whether certain twists are going to happen in the story. They're all just laid out there in front of you. There's one part of the film that as soon as this character came up on the screen, I like, okay, this guy is not who he say he is. And that by halfway through the film, you kind of figure out that this guy's not who he say he is. So it's kind of predictable. It's very predictable. The first half of the movie is really interesting because you're seeing all these people trying to sit here and survive all of these disasters, and humanity is getting his ass kicked. But after that, it just kind of turns to like a teen drama, and it just drags, and it's not interesting, and it's very cliche how certain characters are, introduced into the fray, and how these two people are going to react to each other. It's just very cliche. And another thing is, a lot of the characters aren't really that memorable. Aside from Cassie, her younger brother, and Ringer, there's really aren't any people that are really just stand out. And there's this relationship between Cassie and this character Evan, and it's just not only predictable, it just feels forced in some moments. Like they have not been through enough together for them to actually develop a relationship. And the film just rushes right into that with them two. So in that aspect, I wish it could have been done better. It showed a better sequences of events that actually built their relationship up to that point. In the end, The Fifth Wave, like I said, is a mixed bag. Despite the fact that the story is predictable and there are a lot of cliched moments and a lot of characters that aren't really memorable, I have to say, good performances all around. Great performance by Moretz. She did a fantastic job. I really enjoyed her and her character. I like the story with the different disasters and the way that the alien forces were actually invading, as well as some of the twists that did follow up on that. There are some great action sequences that are done pretty well and keep the film engaging. The Fifth Wave definitely deserves a 3 out of 5. This is probably one of those like teen romance films that girls who enjoy The Host and Twilight and Divergent would definitely like to see. Again, boyfriends, I'm sorry, you're just going to have to take one for the team. Go with your lady to go see this film. It is an interesting film, to say the least, so I would advise people to at least just go watch it. If not for the interesting premise, then just go watch Chloe Grace Moretz. She's like one of my favorite actresses at this point. So guys, in the comment section below, let me know, have you seen The Fifth Wave? What did you think about it? And have you read the book? And please let me know, how true is the movie to the book? Because I haven't read the book yet. I think I bought the book because I seen the movie and I want to kind of make comparisons, but I don't know because I haven't read the book yet. And to the next edition of J Blakeson Nation, guys, remember, Keep those gears turning.